What is up, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new week here on Body Bags, your Saturday review of the Retro Slasher. And I'm back, of course, with a brand new review this week. So the film I decided to review this week is a 2016 film released by Midnight Releasing. It is a 2016 slasher film, one of only few to be released this year, which is kind of surprising. But anyways, it goes by the title of Knucklebones. Now, you might be asking yourself, what the hell is a knucklebone? What the hell, what kind of title is that for a movie? I thought the same exact thing until I looked into it, and I was like, wow, this looks amazing. So let's get into the synopsis. Basically, this film is about a young girl. After her boyfriend breaks up with her, she attempts to commit suicide, which is kind of weird anyways, because things that happen after her attempting to commit suicide are so unrealistic. You would never, ever leave a suicide or attempted suicide person in a room full of pills by herself. Anyways, it's a little side rant. So her best friend comes over, decides to cheer up, says, you know what, we need to get out and go out and have some fun with you. So she convinces her to go with her and her other friends to this like haunted factory. They want to go investigate this old building, whatnot, and look for paranormal activity and whatnot. So that's exactly what they do. So they get their bears and whatever, your typical teenager shit. They head on to this factory. They start drinking, having fun, doing what teenagers do. They discover this box. Inside the box, you find a bunch of Nazi memorabilia. Yes, this movie does have a lot of Nazi references and whatnot in this film. This movie pretty much has everything for everything. Huge fan of whatever type of films you like. If you like Nazis, it has Nazis in it. But anyways, yeah, so inside this box, they discover this game called Knucklebones, and they decide to play. They read the rules. It says if you roll a certain way, the certain thing happens. You spawn a demon. So of course your main girl rolls the perfect hand of these knucklebone dice, and of course spawns a demon known as Knucklebones, and it basically turns into your run-of-the-mill slasher film. So getting into my actual thoughts on this one, the premise is really cool. It's kind of like reminiscent of like a Candyman or Hellraiser type vibe. You know, there's certain rules to this film that pays attention to the actual rules and don't really stray away from the rules of this. I won't spoil any of them or anything like that. But yeah, it's got a really cool vibe to it. Now, as the Knucklebones himself, he's actually a really pretty cool killer, man. He's kind of like this bony zombie type character. But he's just gnarly as fuck, and he delivers some of the funniest one-liners in this movie ever. Very reminiscent of like your Freddy Krueger type one-liners, but these actually work and they're pretty funny. Now as to the kills, of course, it's a slasher film. That's what everybody cares about in the slasher film, is the core, the kills and the gore and whatnot. Not the hugest body count in the world, not a small amount of casting in this film. They add some side characters just to throw in to raise the body count, but for going into it, it's not the hugest body count, but the kills are pretty fucking awesome. There's a chainsaw kill, some gnarly kills with broomsticks and whatever. Some really creative, fun kills in this one for sure. The gore and the blood and effects are all pretty well done. There's a few CGI things, but it kind of works for what they're trying to prove. It's not too terrible. The effects, though, I must say, are actually pretty well done for this type of film. Yeah, the characters are all pretty likable. In the first 20 minutes of the film, they real focus on that whole suicide aspect of the film, trying to develop some emotion with the main girl, which really works. It works because she's going through a lot of shit, and it must be tough to be going through that and then have this happen to you on top of that. So, character development in this film is pretty good. They're all pretty likable characters. I don't really know what else much to say about this film. It's just a pretty enjoyable, watchable film. I would definitely recommend you guys checking it out. It's a fun film. If I had to rate it, I'll probably give it a 6.5 out of 10. Just a really fun, solid slasher film. Not the greatest thing ever, but it's just an entertainment factor alone. It's worth the watch. So 6.5 out of 10 is my review. Check it out if you guys want. It is out on DVD and VOD. Watch your films however you want to watch them. But I'm the Retro Slasher signing off. See you guys next week. Peace.